platinumed RoboCop.
Well done.
I am
Nice.
RoboCop.
I'm having trouble.
It was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. I think going in, when we'd spoke about it, we'd said, I think the main concern was if it outstayed its welcome, because all the talk was like 25, 30 hours and stuff like that. I was like, fuck me, that's a lot. That's how long I ended up putting into it, but you don't have to.
Right.
But then again, I would recommend you do. So if you stick to the main missions, it's essentially a first-person shooter. And I could see some of it. Like, I would love to speak to the guy that gave it a 4 out of 10, because he must have been high and maybe got a lot of bugs that other people didn't get or something. Because the consensus from that review and the consensus online, like, see if you look on Twitter, everyone's fucking loving the game. Mm-hmm. It's just so, the contrast is like massive. And what I would say is, if you like, I can only assume that the low scores, they maybe did just mainline it and go, I'm just going to play the main story and get it over with. And if you do that, you'll complete it in about maybe a dozen hours, 12 to 15 hours, I would say. But at that point, I can see it being pretty repetitive, because it is just go here, shoot a load of enemies, keep going forward, meandering, because obviously it's RoboCop.
Yeah.
Meander forward, shoot more enemies. There's some cool upgrades, but it's essentially go forward, shoot, 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 go forward, shoot, shoot, shoot. It's the side content that breaks that up. Like, there's all these sort of like, oh, you've got to go and solve a murder over here, or you've got to go. And some of it's like total, like, I don't know, busy work. Like, you're going over and like there's. Again, I don't want to give anything away, but there's a lot of like, I don't know, like everyday police work that's in the side missions, and you could look at it and go, why the fuck, I'm RoboCop, why the fuck am I doing this? But in each bit of this, it does a good job of like fleshing out the world and introducing the other characters and stuff like that. And so I ended up doing everything there was to do, and so it did take me 30 hours, but I think, contrary to what I thought going in, it actually made the experience better. Like, I thought if I had to play it for that long, it would outstay its welcome, but that brought in, that helped mix it up and brought in enough variety that I think it did make it even better. So you can't
fast run in this game?
There actually is a run fast.
Kind of stride.
But he does
because he does that when he's angry, that kind of stride.
Yeah. And it's got the cool wee noise when you're walking, it's like...
Yes, I'm very familiar with that noise as I've been trying to sleep, and I can just hear that.
And, and then if you hold down the right trigger, he goes zzz, 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 zzz. He's fucking, you can tell he's like power walking down the street. Yeah, and obviously I spoke about it before, but like the graphics are a mixed bag, but the good parts of it are fucking incredible. The
reflections look bang on.
Oh my god, the world.
Does it get ray tracing in it?
It's some kind of, I think it's Lumen technology it's called. And I mean, it's a small team that made it, so fuck me, if this team can do this, I honestly can't imagine what we're going to see in the next few years from small studios. That's
what I was telling her the other day, because I was telling her about a game and I was like, it's not many people that made this, you know what I mean? And it's like, people can do this these days.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It used to take like hundreds of people, and now like fucking teams of 3 and 4 are making games that are like fucking amazing.
I know.
I was like, how? You know what I mean?
I think back when, like, I think it was before the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox came out, but Xbox Series, sorry, and they showed like a demo for Unreal Engine 5, and at first folk kind of thought it was like maybe like a Tomb Raider game or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was someone going through like a sort of jungle type area, and it just looked incredible. And they were talking about all these ways that Unreal Engine 5 was going to like make things easier for people, and that you're going to be able to like simplify how the lighting's done and all this. And like, it seemed like a lot of corporate speak, but see now that a couple, like this game is on Unreal Engine 5, and see now that you're getting some of these games coming out and they are small teams, I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, there must be a lot of the heavy lifting getting done.
No, that's good though.
Which is impressive. But no, I really enjoyed the game. From start to finish. I thought the story was pretty good. The last boss can get in the fucking bin. Oh my god, I nearly strangled Jess at one point. It's a boss that goes on forever, right? There's 4 stages to it, and it goes on for maybe honestly borderline half an hour.
Oh wow, that's like God of War style.
Aye, and I was right at the end. There's a fucking tiny bit of health left, and she phones me. What do you want for dinner? And I'm furiously trying to pause the game, but it wouldn't pause, and I died.
So you get the blame.
And I'm like,
sorry for
I'm
considering your welfare and making sure
you.
that you were getting fed.
And I'm like, I'll be fine. There'll be a checkpoint. It loads back up right before you go into the room, and I was like, oh, you absolute fucker! If I have to do this from the start again, and I did.
Oh dear.
So yeah, that was pretty tough. But other than that, yeah, all round really good. I think an 8 out of 10 is probably the right score for it. It's not more than that. It has its shortcomings. The lip syncing is PS2 levels. It's what the fuck, man. It's so jarring when you're in that world and like none of the mouths are moving properly, and you're like, how can that reflection look so amazing and you can't open your mouth?
Aye.
But overall,
They've chose their battles.
Aye, they have. But overall, really good. 8 out of 10, highly recommended.
Cool.